quietest war of our time is being fought over something the size of a fingernail. It's a conflict that won't make headlines with bombs and gunfire, but its outcome will determine the future of nations, economies, and our everyday lives. Forget the idea that data is the new oil. The real prize is the power to process that data. Welcome to a deep dive into the chip war, a hidden struggle for the world's most critical technology. Chapter 4. The Comeback Kid. A tale of two companies. Is it possible to lose your edge and then come back to dominate an industry? We've all seen a champion fall, but the real story is in how they respond. In 1989, a Japanese collection of essays rattled the US, suggesting that Japan could use its chip technology to weaken American influence and build its own powerful military. This was the wake-up call America needed. They had lost their lead in the chip industry, but they refused to stay down. The US responded by focusing on a few key areas. Firstly, they doubled down on innovation. Scientists like Lynn Conway and Carver Mead devised a new set of rules for automating chip design. A new American company called Micron dared to challenge Japanese dominance in the DRAM field by cutting costs and reducing the size of its chips. And today, the world relies on three US-based companies, Cadence, Synopsys, and Mentor, that specialize in chip design software. Secondly, manufacturers completely changed their business models. Intel, a company founded by chip pioneers, found it couldn't compete with the Japanese in manufacturing memory chips, so it made a daring choice. It completely abandoned them. Instead, it focused on microprocessors, the brains of the personal computer. By signing a crucial contract with IBM, Intel established a monopoly on the chips that powered PCs, becoming a world leader. At the same time, they moved more facilities to Korea and Taiwan to weaken Japan's market share. This move allowed a Korean firm, Samsung, to buy a license for cutting-edge DRAM from Micron and become a powerhouse in its own right. The US comeback was also a result of Japanese complacency. With huge sales from their popular consumer products, they neglected to innovate in new areas. For instance, the inventor of the flash chip, which stores data even when the power is off, was a Japanese scientist named Fujio Masuoka, but the company he worked for, Toshiba, underestimated his discovery. Intel, however, did not. This story teaches us three powerful lessons. Don't be afraid to pivot. Sometimes, the best way to win is to abandon a losing battle and focus on what you can dominate. Leverage your strengths. The US won not by beating Japan at its own game, but by leveraging its strengths in innovation and software to change the game entirely. Never underestimate the competition. Japanese firms were so successful they ignored a growing market for personal computers, which proved to be a fatal mistake. By 1993, the US was once again the leader in semiconductor shipments, with Korea taking second place 5 years later. The world of chips had a new leader, but what happens when a monopoly on the past blinds you to the future?